Hello and welcome back to the Finding Your Feet podcast, a podcast show dedicated to helping you get closer to your true authentic self by helping you find your feet in life.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Today we are talking all about productivity and how to be the most effective, efficient, optimized version of you so that you can truly live your best life.
Yeah, because we love talking about productivity.
Because we are productivity queens.
We are, because if you don't knuckle down on your productivity, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but your dreams don't work unless you do, honey. So you've got to be productive boss bitch.
Exactly.
We have gone away and we've trialed all of the top productivity methods that the world, the billionaires, the world leaders, the ultimate boss babes, what they're using. We have tried them all and we're going to tell you which ones are good and which ones are not, which ones we use. We're just going to teach you today how to be productive as fuck.
Yeah. And what I love about all these different methods is some people might like some or they might not like others. I've even listened to podcasts where I've heard a random productivity hack.
And you've taken it to change your life.
Yeah, literally. So guys, really listen closely to each one of these because there might be some random ones that we mentioned that you're like, what the hell? And that'll totally change the game for you. You just never know.
We are literally giving you a platter of productivity methods. This is we're
being the guinea pigs.
A charcuterie board of productivity methods. You can just, take a little slice, pick which ones you love, leave the cheese that you don't like, the smelly cheese. If that's someone else, they might love it. This is what we're doing today.
Should we start with the Pomodoro Method, since that sounds like cheese?
Yeah, it's tomato, isn't it?
Is it?
It's Pomodoro's tomato, I think, in Italian.
That must be why I'm thinking it sounds like cheese because I've heard it on pizzas. Okay, let's start with the tomato method then. Why is it called that?
I think it's because there's these timers called Pomodoro timers that I think are tomatoes and they're like twisty sand timer kind of things.
Oh,
I think and they were always in a tomato shape and you turn them on and think they're like 25 minutes long. I think I could have totally made that up.
Oh, right.
Pomodoro. The Pomodoro is tomato in Italian.
Oh, right. I don't know.
What they put on your pizza and that?
Yeah, I thought it was cheese. It sounds like cheese. But anyway, so the Pomodoro one is the 25 minutes, 5 minutes rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this method is that you basically concentrate fully for 25 minutes and then have 5 minutes rest and just keep continually doing that, don't you?
Yeah, I think you probably do it for 2 hours or something before you actually stop.
What did you think of this one?
I don't like this one. It's too strict for me. It's too controlled. I don't like it.
Yeah, it is.
It made me feel like I was at school.
Yeah, it's kind of reminds me of something you do in the army or something, but studying style. Do you know what I mean? It's very 25 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, it's really good if you are listening and you're still at school or college or university or something and you're studying or anything like that. It's good for that because you can be right, study for 25 minutes, then have a break. If you've got to do a big project or something like that. But I just didn't like it. It's not for me. Yeah. I rebel against things like that. It's too controlled. I sort of self-sabotaging.
Well, yeah, because when I tried it, I did quite like it. I was like, oh, cool, because I noticed that after about 25 minutes was when, if I had been solidly concentrating, then I'd start to dip a little bit.
Yeah.
But on the 5 minute breaks, I was struggling with what to do because I was like, do I pick up my phone and then I'm probably going to start scrolling? Do I read a book? I'd probably get too much into it. Yeah, it's just a little bit too controlled for me, but I could definitely see how that would work with rigorous studying, revising.
Yeah,
because
I think it'd be great for that.
More than 25 minutes. Oh God. And then as well, it's nice because you're going to get that 5 minutes. So it's like a little reward. Yeah. And then back to it.
Yeah. I absolutely hate studying, revising. It's I did not enjoy all that stuff at school. It's just not my vibe. So maybe that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not my style.
But definitely go and try it out, guys. If you struggle with probably concentration, actually.
Yeah, I think that probably if you do it as well, you train yourself to have better focus and concentration.
Yeah.
An amazing app to probably use with it is the Forest app that we've got, which is an app on your phone. And it's basically, you've got a garden on there and you can add your friends on it. And you plant a tree and you set a timer. So say you're doing the Pomodoro Method. So you set it for 25 minutes and then it will plant a tree in 25 minutes on the app, and you have to stay on the app. Your phone has to stay on there, stay locked on the app. You cannot leave the app, otherwise the tree dies. And if you leave the app, the tree dies and you can't delete the tree and it ruins your garden. So it's like, you can get off the app and go on something else on your phone if you needed to in an emergency or whatever. It doesn't completely lock your phone, but that's really good because like it's giving you that incentive to not click off. So if you
don't want a crusty tree.
Yeah, exactly, like ruining the vibes of the nice garden. So that's a good app.
Yeah, I need to use that more actually. I feel like I stopped using it because people never ever call me until I use the app. And I'll be there, my tree's growing, and then someone calls me and I'm like, go away. You're
about to ruin my garden. Yeah, it's not a vibe. The next method is my absolute favourite. Fucking love this one. It's called the Ivy Lee method. And basically it's where you write down a list of the 6 things you have to do that day in order of priority, 1 to 6. And you have to start on number 1 first. You are not allowed to do anything else until you do number 1. You are not allowed to do number 3 until you've done number 1. You have to do number 1, and then you're allowed to move down the list, number 2, number 3, blah, blah, blah. And you won't always actually get to number 6, but that's why it's not the top priority, it's number 6. But then probably by the next day it becomes the top priority because maybe it's getting close to the deadline, and that's fine because then it goes up to number 1, like you reshuffle your list. But I love this one because you will be so shocked at how much you sit down to do that number 1, that task, and how much you dart around trying to do other things. Oh, I've just got an email, I better reply to that. Oh, this person's asked me a question on WhatsApp, I need to answer this. Oh, better post something on Instagram actually. Oh my God, I need to Google something. Oh my God, I need to call that person back. Oh my God, da, 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 da. And you get so busy doing busy work that's not actually like the most important thing of that day. And then you get to the end of the day and like you've not got done what you need to get done because you were filling up your time doing all the other stuff that's not moving the needle and it isn't your priority. So I fucking love this one. This one works very well with my brain. The first time I used it, I was literally shook by how much I didn't realize I was like not even intentionally, just like, oh yeah, email that person, I forgot to email them. It's like, no, you're not allowed to do that yet. You got to do number 1 first. Like it really makes you aware of how much time you waste without realizing you're wasting time. And it's not necessarily wasting time, you're still doing tasks, but you're not being efficient.
Yeah, and I feel like with that one as well, like you can't fret that you're not going to get the important stuff done because you have to do them in time, but you have to put the most important ones first anyway. So it's like if you're not going to get to number 6, like it's fine. Yeah. But no, I actually really love that method because I'm the same. Like I feel like, especially if you have quite a big task going to take a while and then things start popping up and before you know it, you've not even completed the task because you're too busy doing all these little things. And I think it's very nice and productive to look at it like that, like don't move on until you've finished. Yeah, Ivy Lee builds method. Discipline as well. Oh yeah, I'm finishing this piece of work. I love that one. That one's really helped me. Yeah. So the next one is the Brussels sprout method. And the name just makes me laugh because I've like literally done this for years, but I didn't know people were going around calling it the Brussels sprout method. But I mentioned this on the podcast before because I always remember Danielle, our teacher in college, told me. Oh, right. I think she was talking to me and you at the time about our work. I was not productive queen at college. You needed some productivity hacks. I did. I needed this podcast so bad. I literally would like not do anything and then just do work right at the last minute. And I remember once, oh my God, we were sat there and she came around to look at all of our sketchbooks of what we'd done because we were on a fashion design course, so we were like, you know, doing work in sketchbooks, and she came around to look at mine, and we were like 2 weeks into the project and I'd done nothing. I think I'd done like a tiny mind map about what I was going to do, so well. And she literally came over and just like rinsed me. She was so annoyed, and I think she's in that tactic of like trying to embarrass me in front of my peers to make me do more work, to like scare me out of ever doing that again. And I was just sat there like I literally remember looking over I've got loads of work, it's just at home. My dog ate it. I'm so sorry, I did do it. No, that was so funny. Yeah, because you were well productive at college. Yeah, I used to stress I hadn't done enough, and then you were doing loads, and I was always like, fuck you, stop making me look bad. Oh my God. Yeah, and then I'd look over at you and you just have like a little mind map, and I'm like, okay, it's all right. But I think she was talking to me and you, I don't know. But she said, she was like, one tip that is like, she said had really helped her in her career was to, when she has a list of things to do, to always first do the thing she least wants to do. And then ever since that, it always stuck in my mind. So I always try and do that, because I do think if you have a list of, say, 6 things and 2 of them and you really just can't be asked to do and you find it really annoying, like, you're just going to keep looking at them through the day and it's just going to put you off even wanting to do anything. Do you know what I mean? Because you're like, well, if I finish this, then I need to move on to that, and I don't even want to do that. And it's just like, before you even know it, like, you're just avoiding it, and it's just annoying. And it's like, you might as well just do it and tick it away and get it done, and just do it.
Just do it, honey.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the Brussels sprout method, because that's the last vegetable you eat, because it's the shittest one.
I don't really like Brussels sprouts.
I like them with pancetta at Christmas. That's nice.
And a bit of bacon. That's really nice.
Yeah. Pancetta is bacon, isn't it?
Oh, for God's sake, I'm getting all my
You're getting all your foods
mixed up today.
You need to go back to school.
I just thought pancetta was cheese then. That's what I was thinking. I've never had
not
cheese
everything
with
is
sprouts.
cheese. Pomodoro and pancetta
I must be
cheese.
missing cheese. I don't eat cheese.
Yeah, I think
don't
you
eat
maybe
cheese anymore.
Oh yeah, you don't even eat cheese. You're dairy free now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's subconscious subliminal messages that you really want some cheese. It's okay. We'll go get some cheese after this. I've got some in the fridge. Got some cheddar.
It would write me off. I'll have some. Yeah. You know, I'm getting all my foods mixed up, but yeah, I would eat the Brussels sprouts last for sure.
But I can see why the Brussels sprout method actually works well with the human brain, because you need to do like rewards for yourself for doing things. That's like how you should build new habits and stuff. You've got to reward yourself for doing it. And so if you're doing like the worst thing first, then it's like, but then the reward is you get to do all the fun tasks after. You're allowed to do them when you do that.
Yeah,
So,
that's like proper like building that discipline again.
Yeah.
Because all those little tasks you don't want to do are always like the really adulty admin tasks that are like boring and you just don't even want to do it. But if you're like, I need to do this, I need to get this out of the way, this is the adult thing to do, and then move on to the more fun tasks and just flow into the rest of the day. So definitely try that one if you people are like putting things off, especially.
Abby, did you know that 90% of adults are deficient in at least one vitamin or mineral?
I did not know that.
Shocking, isn't it? That is why I love to take Athletic Greens, because their greens powder is just full of absolutely everything that I need. I just don't need to worry about taking any other vitamins. If I take that in the morning, I know it's okay if I don't have any vegetables today.
Yeah, guilt-free fast.
The main reason I actually started taking Athletic Greens though was to manage my energy levels, and the biggest benefit that I have noticed since taking it consistently is that I do not have those drastic dips in your blood sugar, you know? AG has completely balanced it out. It's given me more energy and focused. And that's what I need right now, because this episode's all about productivity, and you don't want your energy levels to be dipping all over the place and totally ruin your time blocked afternoon because you didn't accommodate time blocking for your energy dip.
Yes, exactly. We do not want to time block those energy dips. And my favourite thing about Athletic Greens is that you don't need to worry about what vitamins and minerals you need to take. It takes out all the stress for you, because you just take your greens in the morning and you are sorted for the day. So in just one scoop of your Athletic Greens powder, you're absorbing 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics and adaptogens. And those adaptogens are meant to be amazing to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus and your aging. I mean, what more could you possibly want? And not only that, it is very lifestyle friendly. So whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy free or gluten free, you can all have Athletic Greens. So I'm personally dairy free and I just love my Athletic Greens every morning.
Yes, I have habit stacked it. I have fully incorporated taking Athletic Greens into my morning routine, because as soon as I go downstairs before I go on my morning walk, I chug my AG. And it's so easy. It's such a low maintenance daily habit that's got so many benefits to it, because if they give you this really cute little water bottle that's already got all the water measurements on there. So all you need to do is put 1 scoop in, fill it up to the line, shake it, drink it, tastes great, rinse it, off you go. You are ready. But you can always count on Athletic Greens to make sure that their ingredients are of the highest quality, all based on the latest science and product development. They're constantly updating the formula, not because they keep changing their mind, because they want to make sure it's got the most up-to-date, amazing ingredients in it. But don't just take our word for it. Athletic Greens has over 7,000 five-star reviews and is recommended by professional athletes and key people in the wellness world, such as Andrew Huberman from the Huberman Lab podcast, very smart guy, and Tim Ferriss, and so many others.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we got to always take advice from those guys because they know their shit. And of course, we have a discount for you guys. So Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-boosting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/findingyourfeet. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/findingyourfeet to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
And my top tip, if you are new to taking a greens powder like Athletic Greens, is to just half the dose on the first few days, just while you get used to getting all the nutrients back into your body that you're probably depleted in. So the next one is the 2-minute rule, slash, as Grace Beverley calls it, who's also a queen of productivity, quick ticks. So the 2-minute rule is basically tasks that are going to take you under 2 minutes to complete. So your to-do list might look really big, but half it might be 2-minute rule tasks and like quick ticks of things you can do quickly and just cross them off, and then your to-do list looks much smaller, and maybe it'll just make you feel a lot less overwhelmed or whatever. If you're really busy and you feel like you've got so much on your plate, it might be good just to power through those quick ticks. But Grace Beverley, if you follow her on Instagram, she shares a daily schedule
and it's nuts
by hour. Oh my god. And she's got a book as well called Working Hard or Hardly Working, and we've got some book recommendations for you today, and that is one of them if you want to learn more about managing your time and just how to focus, all good stuff like that. That's a great book to get stuck into. But she does these quick ticks, these 2-minute rule things, but she actually also assigns a time that she's gonna do them. So she's like, okay, at 4:30 till 5, she's doing quick ticks or whatever they are, like, and just smashes all of them out. Like, she assigns all of her to-do list into categories, and you learn all about it in the book if you wanted to do that too. But so that's a good hack. Very simple.
Yeah, I love a quick tick. I always I'll write my normal to-do list, and then I'll write like things that I know are going to take like 2 minutes or even less than 2 minutes at the side, and then I just try and power through them. And I think as well, like, when you start ticking them off, you get that little dopamine hit. Before you even start each day, you've already done a few ticks.
Ticked it off.
Yeah, got a few gold stars, and like such a good feeling. And then again, you just don't need to worry about those little things for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm. Another productivity method is time blocking, and I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with time blocking. Love it because it helps me get visibility over my day, and it's great because you're actually breaking down the tasks you need to do into time slots to do it, so it makes you get awareness of when it's going to be done, and like you can get it done. But time blocking doesn't allow for unexpected things to pop up, which happens. Like yesterday, my computer, I got locked out of it. So my fucking keyboard wouldn't work and I couldn't type in my password. And I text Abby saying, oh my God, I did not time block for this shit. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes that is really annoying because you might have perfectly time blocked your day out by the hour, which is what we do. And then your day's screwed up because of life. So it's annoying because it doesn't allow for life, but it is good to do. And it sometimes makes me feel really bad actually, because I'm like, okay, wow, that time block day just didn't happen, did it? And I just didn't get done what I had time blocked away to do. And then I don't get my dopamine. I feel really sad. I feel like shit.
No, actually, now you're saying it like that, that does actually happen with me as well. If you time block a day and then life happens.
Yeah, I think
then it's actually more stressful because you're like, fucking at 2 p.m. I was meant to be like doing this.
Yeah, and I
wasn't.
Like, I was throwing my computer across the room. Yeah, I know. And I completely overestimate, I think, what I can do in a amount of time. I think I need to learn how to be more realistic. So I think I fill up my time block with all this shit and then I just don't work quick enough to get it done.
Yeah.
And then, not necessarily because I think I'm being lazy, but I think it's just like the pace my brain is going at.
Yeah, no, you'd rather be a higher achiever and think that than
so
write too
true,
little.
so true. But at the end of the day, I'm like, ugh, move that to the next day, move that into tomorrow's time block, and I'm like, oh, I'm not getting my validation, my dopamine from ticking it off, and it makes me feel really shit.
No, I know what you mean. That is probably the downside of time blocking. But the other side of time blocking I do really love. I think, but I don't always do this now. I used to do that where I'd like do it by the hour, and it gives me like, you know, if you have a big to-do list and feel a bit overwhelmed, I think when you put it into time, it just makes you feel less overwhelmed. Like, I feel like I have more of a sense of control when I time block. But I can see the frustrating side and like when stuff starts getting like behind. But what I like to do instead in terms of time is I'll write down how long I think something will take. Instead of saying like 9 till 10 to all with the time, I'll write like export this 20 minutes and I'll write each thing. So then if I know if I have a big task that's going to take like an hour or two, I'll write 1 to 2 hours, so I give myself that space. And then I think as well with like little tasks, if you know like, okay, I need to upload something on Instagram and you've put in brackets 10 minutes because you've already made it or whatever, then you know you shouldn't be sat there for like 30 minutes scrolling because you've got it right there, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And as well, one thing I've started doing is I time block the start of my day, but I also time block the end. So like if I'm going to a gym class, say for example yesterday I had a yoga booked, but I knew I needed to finish some things at the end of the day and they were like crucial, like exporting stuff. So I actually time block when to start doing that, so then I finish on time if I need to go somewhere. Yeah, which I think is really effective because I didn't always do that, and then I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna finish at 6, and then at 5 to 6 I'd be like, shit, I need to start doing that, and then it just doesn't work.
Because you start to be like, oh, I can finish now, but then you've got to wrap up for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
So and then that takes another hour.
Yeah, the planning, the wrap up, and time blocking that in is very useful.
Great tip. So yeah, I think time blocking is what we use on the daily.
Yeah.
And the Ivy Lee method.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, another one is SMART goals. And SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, assignable, realistic, time-related goals. So you can say, right, I want to start a new business, a new social media marketing agency. Oops, did we do that? Oops, maybe we did. So what goes into that? Well, you've got to build a website, you've probably got to have a photo shoot, get some headshots done, you've got to find clients, you've got to create invoices, you've got to create marketing, you've got to create your own branding, you've got to create a logo, you've got to create an Instagram account, you have to register the business, so your limited company, what are you setting up as, you've got to buy an email address, you've got to buy a domain, you've got to get a business bank account. There's a lot. Yeah, I probably forgot other things, but there's a lot.
It's a whole shebang.
So your goal is that you want to set up that business, but you need to put it down into SMART goals so that you can actually make shit happen. Because there's a lot to do when you're doing a big task like that. Any big project, big goal, you have to break it down into the little things that you need to do and then assign the time to do them. Otherwise, you're not going to do it.
Yeah, because you look at the task saying it says launch a new business and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ, where do I even start? Yeah, where do I start? Whereas if you, like you said, you break it down.
Yeah, so this week I'm going to register my business on Company's House. I'm going to buy a domain, I'm going to buy an email domain, and I'm going to set up a business bank account, and that's enough for this week. And then next week I'm going to create a logo, I'm going to do this, and just break it down like that. And then before you know it, you've got a business.
Yeah, because people call it like needle moving, don't they?
Yeah.
And you introduced me to that, I think out of like Grace's book, the needle moving concept. And that did change the game for me because I used to do that. I'd write down like a task and it'd be like the biggest task ever. And I'd be like, well, that's what I need to do. But in reality, really what I need to do was just needle move that task a little bit forward that day. Yeah. So breaking it down just really helps you not become overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. And needle movers are the tasks that are going to actually move you forward, not like busy tasks where you're just being busy.
Yeah, busy being busy.
Yeah, like replying to emails, that's not moving a needle.
No. Because you can get so busy doing things like that that you never needle move.
Yeah, literally. That's why when people talk about you've got to get out of your business, stop working in your business, you need to work on your business.
Yeah.
Working on my shit.
Yeah, it's important tips on stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. And the final productivity method is habit stacking. What is habit stacking, Abby?
We love a habit stack. I actually love habit stacking. Habit stacking is where you basically stack two habits together. So when you know you're going to do one thing, you do the other either straight after or do it together or at the same time, which I think is really, really good for like wellness routines.
Yeah, we were saying we habit stack more in our wellness world.
Yeah.
Wellness part of our lives than like work, really.
Yeah, I think you can do it with little things like work. Like say sometimes if I know I'm doing some work which is like more creative, less like logical brain thinking, then I'll listen to a podcast. I kind of like habit stack that together now. But in terms of like wellness routines, I think habit stacking works so well because it's like each habit triggers the other. So if you're going to do like meditation or whatever, you know, okay, I sit down here, I light my candle, I do my meditation, and then you habit stack that with your journal. It's like you don't have to think about all the things because you know you're just going to do it all together.
Yeah, it's very, very powerful. Especially like because wellness habits, you tend to do them like in a time block anyway, like in a morning routine. So you want each one to like trigger the next.
Yeah.
Simple and effective. And that technique is actually from the second book recommendation of the episode, which is Atomic Habits by James Clear, which is also another incredible book if you want to habit stack. If you want to just have atomic habits. No, if you just want to get on your shit, if you want to manage your time, if you want to be a baddie, read that book.
Yeah, it's got like really, really practical advice on how to be productive in your wellness and especially in like your business and your professional life.
While we're on the topic of how to be the most productive, optimized, efficient versions of ourselves so that we can truly live our best lives, another way that I love to be productive with my mental health is by going to therapy. When I don't feel good, I always take myself back there. There is literally no shame in therapy. I've been doing it for years and years and years, and it's benefited my life so much. I probably wouldn't be sat here without it. And that is why we are so excited to introduce you to our podcast partner, BetterHelp. That's help, H-E-L-P. And BetterHelp are a professional, secure online counselling service. Talk about productive and efficient. To get your therapy, you don't even need to leave the house. You do not need to travel anywhere. You don't need to waste time commuting there, sitting in a waiting room, faffing around. All you need to do is have a phone, a laptop, just basically have an internet connection. And you can be having weekly sessions with a highly qualified licensed therapist that has been perfectly matched to suit your needs and whatever your current mental health problems are and what you want to focus on, what you want to work on. They will assign you someone perfect for you in just 48 hours of signing up for an account. Talk about efficient.
Yeah, I was going to say you can time block that right into your day.
Yeah, you can time block your therapy into your day. Amazing.
And another amazing benefit of BetterHelp is that it is much more affordable than your traditional offline counselling. And BetterHelp are also offering our listeners 10% off your first month of therapy. So if you want to access this discount and start your own therapy journey, then head to betterhelp.com/finding your feet. That is betterhelp.com/finding your feet.
So that is all of our productivity methods. We will link them all in the show notes, the names of them all, if you want to remember them or go and Google them some more, learn some more about them and start practicing them. But we love them. They are making us get more done. They are helping us achieve our dreams because your dreams don't work unless you do. But the other thing about productivity is that most people assume that it's just about work when actually being productive just means you're being the most efficient, optimal, effective version of you. And even when it comes to work and you want to be efficient and effective, you actually can't unless you're like well rested and taken care of. So you need to be being productive in all parts of your life. So you need to be productive and efficient when you're working and getting what you need to get done that day at a reasonable time, because you need to also be allowing time for rest and just doing nothing and watching the Kardashians and going off for a walk and chilling out and reading. Like, you have to be productive for time like that. That's productive too. And we've said it before, productivity is self-care. If you are taking control of your time, if you are running the day instead of letting the day run you, then you are taking the best care of yourself, because you're not going to be stressed because you're getting all the things done you need to get done. You're doing it in a timely manner, so that you aren't burning yourself out, you're not overworking, you're being efficient, and you're leaving time, allowing time, plotting in time blocking for you to do nothing, and respecting the time boundaries between all those different things in your life so that you have balance and you are optimized.
Yeah, exactly. Setting those boundaries with your time is self-love, isn't it?
Yeah.
And anything as well, like obviously all these productivity hacks will help you beat procrastination, which we didn't really mention in this episode, but like I'm passionate about beating procrastination because I just think honestly, like so many people out there have these incredible ideas, incredible dreams, and procrastination will just kill them like there and then because they can't beat procrastination. I mean, procrastination can come from many things, like self-sabotaging behaviors. But productivity hacks will really help you with things like that because you're just really checking in on yourself, like actually stop procrastinating. This is time blocked. I'm going to do this. This is important for me. Like all these little tips are going to help you beat procrastination before procrastination kills your dreams.
Yeah, there's like quotes like doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. But procrastination is a form of self-doubt.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you do it when like you're scared of the outcome, either because you think you're going to fail or you might even think you'll succeed, but you don't, but like you're scared to succeed because that means you've got to be a higher level version of you. Do you know what I mean? You might be scared to start a business because you've got to show up as a much more responsible human when you've got that, because at the end of the day the book lands with you, or whatever they call it, the shoe lands with you or something, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like do you know what I mean? It's all on your head.
Yeah.
And that can be scary.
Totally.
So we'll just wrap the episode up there. Just got 2 more recommendations for you to learn some more about productivity from people we love to learn from. And these are 2 podcasts, actually. Well, one of them's a YouTuber. So there is Ali Abdaal, who has a YouTube channel. He also has a podcast too called Deep Dive. And he was kind of known on YouTube for being like the productivity king. Like he went on the Diary of a CEO and the episode was like pretty much all like was all about productivity and stuff, but he is trying to move away from being Mr. Productivity now, and he's trying to be
more to give.
He does he's trying to help people live the best lives now. That's his like tagline, but he's got loads of content on YouTube about productivity. Like he's actually got a video of the Pomodoro Method, but as in it's like a 2-hour video that's 25 minutes of like you watching him work with like chilled music on it, and then a 5-minute break, so you work with him and break with him. Like, so it is quite good if you haven't got a timer or when you just want to stick that on. It's very relaxing. Yeah, if you've got no mates, it's very relaxing, like actually, because it's like an ambient video. We'll link it in the show notes. So he's great, Ali Abdaal. And the other one is a podcast called The Skinny Confidential, which if I had to never listen to a podcast again, but I was allowed to listen to that one, that would be fine with me. I would die happy. I love it that much. And I am a podcast hoe. I listen to everything, all of them, all the time. So for me to say that I could die happy with just one is a big, bold statement. Yeah, the podcast isn't specifically just about productivity. It's just a fucking amazing podcast. But they do give a lot of tips even in all their guest interviews and stuff, just about how to be the most like optimal, efficient version of you. Yeah,
they have like so many tips. I literally love them. Like every single episode, I always like take away something from them.
Yeah, it's the most productive podcast you can listen to because it's guaranteed value in every single episode.
Yeah.
It's epic. Love it. Die hard fan. So we will link that in the show notes as well. So you've got 2 books and 2 podcasts / YouTubes to dive into to learn a bit more. And you have 7 productivity methods to go away with. So
yeah,
if you don't get your shit done this week... shame on you.
Yeah, you've got all the tools there, but yeah, go and try them and let us know in the DMs what you think at Finding Your Feet podcast. Come and chat with us. If you love the Brussels sprout method, we want to know.
But thank you so much for listening, everyone. If you enjoyed this, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or a star rating on Spotify. We love getting your feedback. It really helps the show grow. And send it to a friend, share it on your Instagram stories, share it in the group chat. It's the best way to spread the Finding Your Feet message. Is to share the love.
Hope you enjoyed, guys. Bye.
Bye.